And the Coach John Limbaugh Show, presented by Lori Darling's in Fayetteville and in Childersburg. Always a great place to dine, Lori Darling's, whether it's hamburger steaks or catfish or vegetables. Oh, it is Lori Darling's. Joining us this morning, as he always does on Friday morning, in the high school football season, Coach John Limbaugh, the head football coach and athletic director at Fayetteville. Coach, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Good to have Lori Darling's again sponsoring the show.
Oh, they're fantastic. They'll feed our ball club this evening, and she's absolutely awesome.
It is a big, big weekend for the Fayetteville Wolves. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Well, let's talk about last week against Lynette, a perennial power in Class 2A, and they showed why against your Wolves last Friday.
You sure you want to talk about it? All right. They're number 2 in the state for a reason. They're a good ball team, and a team like that with experience, they've been there, done that. They know how to do it. If you fall behind a team like that, you're behind the 8 ball for sure. We had a great drive, Jimmy. We started the game off exactly according to our game plan. We actually kept the football like 10 of the first 12 minutes of the ball.
That's
game.
What you want.
That's what you want. But when you get down there, you got to score. And we got down there, and we didn't put the ball in end zone. I chose to go for it on 4th down and from the 1, and we didn't make it. We come within inches. I mean, we were 2 or 3 inches away from the goal line and just didn't get it in there. And then they drove it. And then they drove it again. It boils down to this, blocking and tackling. So tonight you'll see a team that can tackle a whole lot better and block a whole lot better. We worked on it all week and we improved ourselves. But, last week I take full responsibility for that. I'm the head coach, and I should have had those young men better prepared. They'll do whatever we ask. They're a great group of young men, and so I got to better prepare them, and I think we have this week.
You think on 4th and very short, you can punch it in?
Well, I'll do it again tonight if the same thing happens. Yeah. It won't be a question mark. When you're playing a good football team like we are tonight, and you get down there, you've got to score in the red zone. We've had a lot of success in that this year, and we've scored every time we got in the red zone except for last week. And, you're playing a really good opponent, and Coach Story does a great job with those guys. I look for them to go deep in the playoffs. And,
Lynette is one of those teams that they just kind of reload every year.
It's amazing. It really is. That running back they have can play for anybody. He is really, really good. He puts his foot in the ground and gets north to south very quickly. And that number 5 is already signed with Auburn.
He's a big one, ain't he?
Oh, he's a big one. He's a big old boy. And but our kids hit them hard, and we played well in a lot of respects. We just got to stop folks, and we got to move the football, move the chains a little bit better.
At halftime, much adjustments from first half to second?
Yes, we talked to our guys. I thought Coach Reed did a really good job of explaining what was happening out there on the field. It's just once you get behind a team like that, your spirit gets down a little bit, and that momentum, when you hadn't gotten it, it's hard to manufacture momentum.
You drive the football, the opening drive, you have it 8 to 9 minutes, and that'll take a little steam out of you if you can't get it in the end zone.
Well, our kids, they want those long drives, and that's what we're about, and that's part of the game plan. They're conditioned to be able to take that. It might whoop you and I down pretty good, but they're conditioned to take it. So it wasn't that. You got to execute in all phases of the ball game. You've got to execute, and that's what we've been working on tonight. Is every phase of the ball game. There's 3 phases. There's the special teams, there's the offense, and there's the defense, and we've been working hard on all of them all week.
First region loss for Fayetteville last week. You jump right back into region play tonight. It's homecoming at Farm Links Field against the Vincent Yellow Jackets.
Well, there's been a lot of excitement this week. The kids have been doing something different at school every day. I know the kids have been really involved in it. My health class, all the kids are involved in, whether it be twin day, dress up day, or whatever. They're really involved in it. But yesterday was our parade, and our band did a great job. Our cheerleaders were excited. Our teams were marching, and we had all the trappings of the homecoming festivities and everything like that. It was really, really wonderful. And but our kids, they enjoy the excitement of it, but at the same time, our ball team knows not to be distracted by it. So it's our kids understand that.
A win over Vincent tonight, which is doable if you play well, but it would put you in a much better position in the region.
Absolutely. Well, right now they are 2-2 on the year, and they dropped a heartbreaker by a point to a regional opponent to Ramber, and they dropped the game by 2 points to Winterburg. Winterburg beat them by 2 points. Winterburg, Coach Manfield's got a good team there, but they beat Horseshoe Bend by a couple of touchdowns, and they're a team to be reckoned with. They have a really good running game, and I think Coach Weatherford's one of the better coaches in the area. He does a really good job with what he has. So it'll be all we can do to get on the field tonight and to get a win. And it looks to be sloppy tonight.
What, Coach, this week have we tweaked to try to eliminate some of the issues from last week?
Tackling. We've really worked hard on tackling, and it takes heart, it takes desire to play the defensive side of football. It really does. You got to fly the football, and you can't receive what's coming at you. You got to go get it. So we've been talking about coming up and playing harder, and I believe you'll see that in our team tonight.
A lot of it is being lined up in the right spot, and a lot of it is vision too.
Right. And that's the thing about Coach Reed. They did not run one play, not one, that we didn't practice for. Coach Reed does a tremendous job of breaking down film and doing well at covering everything that the opposition does. And he had that ready. But, we have another game. That's the thing about the beauty of football is there's another down. There's another game to play. So we're watching that one. We're putting that behind us, and we're stepping forward right into this Vincent game.
Defensively, who will you lean on tonight?
Well, we are really getting some good play out of our defensive line. And, one kid that really came on was, in our opinion, Kaz Duke. He really came on and has hit hard last week, and really appreciate the work that Kaz is putting in. So we're looking for him to do. So he's our snapper. He's our center and does a great job there. But we're looking for him to make a move on the other side of the ball. And another one that we're going to be depending on tonight is Cadence Barrett. Cadence Barrett's a junior for us. Does a great job at corner and receiving on the offensive side, but we're looking for him to have a big game defensively tonight. If
you get into a special teams play tonight, which is always critical, you feel good about your special teams guys? Absolutely.
I mean, special teams, Coach Moore's doing a great job with them, and that is a phase of the game that you cannot let down on. I mean, we're always going to receive a ball. We're always going to kick the ball. You hope you don't have to punt that much, but or if ever. But our kids work hard. We work hard, and we don't leave that phase of the game out of practice. Mm-hmm. A lot of coaches kind of move across that, move through it quickly. We don't. We take about right at a third of our practice each day to work on all the aspects of our special teams because it is such a huge part of the game. And Limbaugh Phillips is somebody we can count on.
We always select a player every week to spotlight with Coach John Limbaugh, and may not be a starter, it could be, but somebody that catches your attention. Coach Limbaugh, who is it this week?
Will Darden. Both Lane and Will do great things for our program, but the Darden boys have been with me for about 8 years now. They came up for the manager ranks, and now they're seniors. But Will really hit people last week just so well. He played so good. We thought he blocked well, and he's playing some fullback for me now. And we're going to see him on the defensive side of the ball tonight, too. But Will Darden's that player that really made a move last week. And all week in practice, I told somebody yesterday, he hit everybody in practice last week. He almost hit me. He was after folks last week. He was really getting after it.
It's a good thing you still sly foot.
Absolutely.
It's homecoming tonight against Vincent. Kick at 7 o'clock. I guess some of the pregame festivities at 6:30.
We need folks to get on in there. Everything's going to start around 6:30, and we've got a lot going on, a lot to see. There are floats out there. There's a homecoming court, everything like that. So it's all the festivities that goes into high school football games. We want everybody to show up tonight, and you might have to wear your frog togs or bring an umbrella or something, but hey, it's worth it.
We used to do a parade. Do we still do that?
We did. We did that yesterday.
Okay.
Had a big parade yesterday and had a great time with that, and a lot of fun.
All right. Good luck tonight. Fayetteville hosting Vincent in a key region matchup in Class 2A. The Coach John Limbaugh Show brought to you by our friends at Lori Darling's in Fayetteville and in Childersburg. Coach, always a pleasure, sir.
It's good to be here.
More daybreak right after this.